Hey guys, it's Jen and Bryan, and we are going to talk to you a little bit about what to expect when you are putting together an offer, because that's what you want to know, right? Like, what are you getting yourself into? So you have decided on the house, you have found your amazing team, you have done all of the things. What are the things that someone can expect to muddle through in terms of paperwork? I know, because this is your favorite. This is your favorite.
There's a lot of paperwork. So you've got your initial offer that you're going to get. Once we decide on what price point that you're going in at, if there's any escalations, which is a big topic here lately, then you're going to get the contract or the offer, and it's going to be, you need to review that and make sure everything is correct, because it has to make sure we have the correct legal address. There's just a lot that goes into it. I think it's 16 pages just on the contract itself.
Yeah, currently, that's as of May, because they change in January and in July in Virginia, because we do updates. Keep you on your toes.
So right now you'd get the 16 pages to review, initial, sign. Within that you have to look in home inspections, things of that nature. So if we opted to do a home inspection, whether it's for the right to negotiate or the right to void, now there's a home inspection addendum that will now become attached to it. We have a conventional financing addendum, or if you're doing, depending on your program, it could be an FHA, VA, there's an addendum that goes along with that.
That's for financing.
Yes, and then you can have an escalation clause if that's the scenario that you're working in.
Meaning if you want to make sure you beat out any of those other people, we can potentially make your offer go up higher.
Lead-based paint, depending on if was it built before 1978.
That comes from the seller.
So there's a lot of paperwork involved, so lots of reading, and then that's kind of what we're here for. If there's something you didn't understand in it, then you need to let us know, because it's a lot, and it's a lot all at one time and moving quickly.
There's also the DPOR document that comes from the seller, which is a disclosure where they're not disclosing anything for you. Remember, we're in a buyer beware state. That's a super fun one. Yep. That's anything from who the neighbors are, is it in an RPA, meaning resource protection area, all of those fun things. You need to know how much earnest money you're putting down, and we'll talk about in another episode what an earnest money deposit is. There are potential other contingencies, like do you need to sell your house to buy a house? Along with the contingencies, do you need to be a backup offer? Are there other stipulations that you need to have as a part of your contract? So if there are other contingencies to put into this process, including your appraisal contingency that's a part of your financing, those are all things and elements of your offer that we will go over line by line with you, so that you understand. And we actually will send you a fun document so that we know how to put your offer together for you, so that we can strengthen it and make sure that we have everything put together all together, you know, because that's how I speak. So we also will need your pre-qualification letter from your lender, and that is super important. We obviously would have that because we've already got our whole team all together. So we put all of this together, tie a little bow around it, and we get a copy of that EMD check. And another time we'll talk about what that looks like. Is there anything else besides all of the things that we need to talk about?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, fun. Keeping everybody on their toes, but this is just generally what we look at as the components of an offer. Everyone is different. Every scenario is different, so that's something to keep in mind. So you're unique, your situation is unique, and so let's talk about what makes you unique in your situation.